Hey everybody, it's Cliff, and this is Life with MS. Today is May 2nd, 2025, and I'm calling it Flary Friday because, as you might be able to tell, well, I haven't shaved or done much because, well, I've got quite a nasty little flare-up. It has gotten hot here in North Carolina, and the second it gets hot, I start feeling it. So I thought, hey, I might as well sit down in the air conditioning and talk to my friends out in the MS world. And that also brings up something really interesting because this is about a symptom that I've been experiencing recently that I want to know if you have this symptom because it's weird and it is kind of difficult to get rid of. What am I talking about? I'm talking about tailbone pain. And so I was scrolling through some forums earlier and I was looking for people that were maybe talking about tailbone pain. And there wasn't a lot of information, but I did notice one person say something about asking about her tailbone pain. She's like, does anybody else have this? And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually maybe a thing. So then I decided I'll go out and I'll see if there's any research done on tailbone pain with multiple sclerosis. Well, we know MS causes a lot of back pain. I've had back pain forever, and it's definitely related most of the time to MS. The other times it's related to me being stupid, like being reckless on my mountain bike or something. Those are for the earlier days. I don't really do that anymore. I just don't have the tolerance for the pain. But as I started diving into it, I found this article I'm going to share with you now. And it turns out here that tailbone pain is a troublesome problem for many members of the mymsteam.com website. And it says that members are wondering how their tailbone pain is related to multiple sclerosis. I was wondering the same thing. So as I got deeper and deeper into this article, it turns out that, yeah, it is a thing. And it says here, tailbone pain arises in or around the tailbone at the base of the spine. It's also called coccydynia. Boy, I don't know if I'll get flagged for this word. But anyway, the scientific name for tailbone, the Coccyx, I think that's how that's pronounced. You think I would remember this because I have anatomy in my education background, but whatever. Tailbone pain can be a difficult thing to deal with because it affects everyday life. Now, I have tried many different ways to deal with this tailbone pain. And I'll say first, it comes up once in a blue moon, probably about every 3 or 4 months. And it takes about a week to really set in and then about a week to really resolve, but it becomes so painful that there is absolutely no surface I can sit on where it does not hurt. So what do? Well, I stay standing or I walk. I like to walk, so that works. It's the one thing that really relieves the pain. I can't even really lay down in bed because even if I lay on my side, the spasms, because there's probably a flare going on in my legs, make it uncomfortable to lay in one position for very long, and I can't lay on my back because my tailbone hurts so much I can feel it when I lay on my back. So what are some of the things people are doing to rectify their MS tailbone pain? And I'm asking you, the community, comment below if you experience this what seems to be somewhat rare symptom related to back pain, but it's not back pain, but it can be caused by back pain. That's confusing, isn't it? So let's see what they say on here. Now, I did pre-read this, and I found one answer particularly strange. Let's get into that. Okay, so it talks about what are the causes. Well, obviously, MS is the cause, and some of them have fallen, and that caused some of the tailbone pain. But this tailbone pain I'm talking about isn't related to some kind of blunt force trauma. It's just the nerves doing what nerves do in MS and being painful. And then, of course, there's a study here where it says there were 144 participants, 39% had muscle spasms, and 50% had some kind of back pain. But let's get into this managing tailbone pain with MS. Okay, first it talks about cushions. Now, as I mentioned, I have used cushions. They don't seem to matter. This one talks about the donut cushion, the kind that you would use for tailbone pain and also things like hemorrhoids. Didn't work for me. any amount of pressure in that area near the end of the tailbone was just too uncomfortable. In fact, it's happening right now. So you'll see me kind of wiggle around in my seat a little bit to try to get comfortable because it's too hot to be outside right now. And so I'm dealing with it. So it talks about the cushions. Some people use that. And it says here that there are mixed results with that. What are your experiences? Have you been using cushions to help your tailbone pain? Comment below. Okay, this is the one I wanted to talk about. Heat and cold are favorites, right? Okay, heat and cold. So it says taking a hot bath or applying heat or ice packs can sometimes relieve tailbone pain. Now, I will say I'm all about the cold. Before I was diagnosed, I would use heat and it would just destroy me. But cold is good. But in this article, it says taking a hot bath. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't do hot baths, which is kind of unfortunate. We have this house that has this really nice, big, huge bathtub in it. I mean, it's gargantuan. This house was built in the 90s, and it looks like you could fit like 3 people in that bathtub, 3 adults. So they were doing things differently in the 90s, I guess. Could be fun. I don't know. But the point is, I don't take those baths because I don't like hot baths. I don't like cold baths. I like cold water if I'm like surfing or if I'm out playing in the ocean, but I do not like just to sit in a cold bath. So I don't do that. But the hot bath thing, let's talk about that. Who takes hot baths for their MS? Now, I do have friends that claim they go into saunas to help with their MS stuff. And to me, it seems just like that's not even possible because heat causes inflammation. Inflammation causes MS to react, and MS is a pain in our arse. So, do you take a hot bath for tailbone pain? Is that a thing? Comment below. I'm really curious. That's why I'm reaching out to you today because I don't know what the solution to this thing is. Some things help. For me, it's movement. Okay, and then let's go back to the article here, and it says physical movement. Well, okay, obviously, it talks about yoga and it talks about general exercise, gets you up moving on your feet and out of your chair, blah, blah, blah. We know that sitting around and having a sedentary, blah, 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 blah. I can't say today. Sedentary. I can't say it. My mouth is not working today because of the MS. So I'm going to say it the easy way. Sitting in a chair all day is bad for you. And if you have MS, sitting in a chair all day is bad for you. And if your butt hurts, sitting in a chair all day is bad for you. So physical movement. And then lastly, and I'm not going to switch back over to it here, but chiropractic therapy and physical therapy. Has anybody done this for not lower back pain, but tailbone pain? Or maybe if it's related to lower back, maybe lower back therapy will help the tailbone pain? I don't know. Comment below if that's a thing. Anyway, that's Flare Up Friday. I'm interested in seeing what you have to say about the MS tailbone pain, the MS tailbone pain. Yes. And I hope you all have a great weekend. I'm Cliff. This is Life with MS. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like if you found value in this. We're all learning together. I'll talk to you soon.